Good morning, everyone. This is inspiring meteorologist Aiden Harper here at OMWF News Station in LaRue, Kentucky. Today, we are forecasting multiple severe thunderstorms across Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. As of this time, we will be monitoring this today, but for this live stream, I will be discussing the probable hazards of what's going to be happening, what will we expect from some of these storms, what could happen with some of these storms, what could be the impacts of a lot of these. So we're going to go ahead and go on to that. So we're going to zoom into one of these storms that have caught my eye a little bit. Also, I should probably say this real quick. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. I'm going to quickly show y'all some of that info. The probabilities of tornado and strong tornado threat are very low at this time, which is good. We do not want any tornadoes or anything like that. But the wind threat and the strong wind threat is moderate to low, but not zero. So I would recommend looking at that threat, continuing to monitor that, make sure you have a source of information, or watch us for the meanwhile while we cover this for about maybe 60-ish minutes to half an hour. But anyway, the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center has issued a severe thunderstorm watch for portions of eastern Colorado and western Texas. This is effective until this Wednesday afternoon, until evening, from 3:50 p.m. to 11 p.m. CDT. So we are expecting the primary hazards of large hail, likely with isolated very large hail events. So we could definitely see tornadoes, but they're not as likely. But the main threat we are going to mainly look at is that wind threat and that hail threat. So for now, making sure you continue to watch that as of right now. Now, going on with one of our storms, we're going to take a close look up on this real quick. This does seem like a pretty good built storm right now. We're going to check our velocity real quick. Yeah, we definitely have something on this. So we're going to actually take a more closer look on this real quick. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. So this looks like this just went through Scott City, I'm pretty sure, or maybe just east of that. But this does seem like a really good built couplet of velocity, which we look out for if there's a sign of a tornado. So I definitely recommend for the National Weather Service tornado warning this, because this is strengthening very fast. Wow, I did not expect that. Okay. Let me take a closer look at this real quick. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. So we have actually a live streamer on the storm, Jordan Hall. I'm actually going to quickly show y'all his stream. Studios. Bear with me real quick. I'm going to pull up a picture of this, because this might have rotation on it. Here we go. Yeah. So real quickly, I'm going to show y'all a picture of this. So it's a picture of, here's a video of Jordan Hall's stream. Real quick. Credits to him. Credits to severestudios.com. Okay, we definitely have rotation on the storm. Okay, this is what we have been expecting. Pretty bad rotation on the storm. Anyone what is it? Healy, if you are in the path of this storm, seek immediate shelter. This is a unwarned tornado warning. I repeat, this is an unwarned tornado warning. There is funnel coming down, most likely. This is shaping out to be, oh my god, look at that. Yeah, look at that is narrowing out very bad. Okay, yeah, that's definitely about to be a tornado. Like, look at that right there. Yeah, that's about to touch the ground. Okay, so pretty much there's a tornado on the ground. A tornado on the ground, going near Healy. Making sure you seek immediate shelter if you're in the path of Healy. Anywhere in the path in that, making sure you are in the lowest part of a sturdy building. This is an unwarned tornado warning. Tornado. Repeat, this is an observed, potentially dangerous tornado. That is a house. Okay, that looks like it kind of narrowed out a little bit. Yeah, this is bad. This just went through Gregson. Let me take a look at path this man's on. Yeah. Yeah, he's like right there. He's like right beside that rotation. Okay. So anyone in, what is it, Healy, you have a little bit of time. Repeat, if you are in Healy, you do not have that much time left to be in your shelters. Actually, matter of fact, I don't know. This is going. Give me a second. Yeah, this might just clip east of Healy. I am very sorry. This might clip just west of west of Healy. Okay, National Weather Service just put a tornado warning out for this storm. This is an unobserved tornado warning, which is surprising to me, because that needs to be observed. Yeah, that needs to be observed, definitely. That was crazy what we just saw there, y'all. Bear with me. I'm going to present my whole screen. I'm going to present this window for y'all. So this is the storm we are looking at as of now. Kind of see where he was at. It looks like we have a potential chance of seeing another. Yeah, I think we might have a chance of seeing. Let me take a look at reflectivity again for y'all. Yeah, that is definitely having some inflow on that. So what we are looking at here is base reflectivity. I can identify that there is a lot of some moist air going into this, and some of this funneling out, and there's a lot of westerlies that are moving into this storm right here. This is right on top of Manning. Just right on top of Manning, Kansas. So if you are in Manning, you most likely will see a tornado on the ground. It's taking the sweet time. Okay. Yeah, that definitely shaped out a lot more. Okay, let's take a look at Jordan Hall's stream again. Kind of see where it was. It's not as bad as it was. You can definitely tell how there's a lot of rotation on the storm. You can kind of see how this whole cloud right here is rotating. So we can definitely tell this is a wall cloud that has most likely a tornado in it. So I repeat, if you are in what is it? What is it again? Manning, if you're just east-northeast or east-southeast of Manning or just near Healy, seek shelter, because this is a tornado warning. This needs to be observed. This has to be observed, because due to what this is looking like and how good the velocity is, this has to be tornado warned, or at least observed. Not maybe even PDS. A PDS means, if you don't know what that means, a particularly dangerous situation, tornado warning. That means a observed or radar confirmed tornado that is causing considerable damage, which could, I'm just saying for reference, some PDS tornado warning storms can lead to EF2 plus tornadoes. As I said with this watch, I said a few tornadoes could be possible, but I wasn't expecting this to happen. But so for right now, you're going to be monitoring radar and Jordan Hall Street. Yeah. Where is he again? Yeah, he's right. It's right behind him. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's look out for. Okay, so that velocity isn't as bad anymore. So Manning, you are in now, kind of in the clear. I'd recommend not getting out of your shelters just yet. This velocity does seem to be still pretty tight, together, pretty held together right now. So I'd recommend staying in your shelters for now, just until this gets anywhere out of Manning. It looks like he's circling back. Is he circling back? Yeah. He looks like he's circling back, so we might have another chance of seeing a piece of footage again. What is this? I can't really see it anymore. It doesn't seem that strong now. Yeah, that doesn't seem as strong as it was. Okay, so this definitely has died down a little bit. It's not as broad, but it's still pretty broad in terms. So I'm not going to really be too worried about it. But I will definitely keep our eyes on it. Doesn't look that well formed, but we'll continue to monitor this because this could recycle. So if this does recycle, it may cause another tornado, another funnel cloud, maybe even a tornado that will actually touch the ground. So thankfully, nothing got hit. Pretty much, there was a house kind of in the path, but didn't really get hit as much. Maybe a few scars on that road it passed. So we'll continue to monitor this real quick. You can kind of see how that shapes out, like kind of like a hook still, but it's not really as formed. So it's kind of like a big bulb right now. So that's going to be pretty much all. I'm going to keep this on for a little bit. Just watch this. If you're in Manning, you're probably about to get some pretty large hail. It's going to get pretty haily, as I said earlier. So anyway, I'll keep this on for y'all real quick. I'm going to put it on this. I'm going to go ahead and put this on loop, and I will be right back if another warning gets issued. Okay, we have a little bit more information here. We're going to take a look at this storm that we are originally been looking at real quick. It looks more stronger, matter of fact, that we are looking at. As of right now, it does look better than it was. Let's see. It kind of looks a little bit more like detached than together. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it kind of looks like this part's coming off back here, and then it's like another piece it's going with it. It's weird. Okay. Hi there. Yeah, okay. So that is strengthening. Now this was actually a pretty good call to come back. So this storm is we're going to take another 3D view of this storm. Sorry about that. Yeah, that is strengthening. Okay, so it looks like we have a little bit of another appendage. We have some inflow going in, some westerlies flowing this way, maybe. Let me take a look at the velocity one. Yeah, you can tell where those westerlies are going a little bit. It's like we have these two back here. We might have another culprit. We have these two back here, which could cause some westerlies to feed into this storm here. Then we have this hail, maybe a little bit more hail, which is in the core of this. So we will be able to watch that now closer since we have that on now. So I might actually have to go off the air for a little bit, like completely stop the live stream because I have a few things to do real quick. I have to put out a few forecasts, a few private forecasts for some other people real quick and put out some discussions. So if you want some more information, make sure you go to weather.gov for the weather you love or to www.sbc.gov, or you can go to our website, which is put in our ticker. So maybe if you could pause the video or pause the stream and you could get close to the end part of the ticker, you would see that. Make sure you kind of put all that there. But anyway, I will see y'all later, hopefully. Making sure you watch on me. Making sure you stay tuned for any more live streams because I might do another live stream in the future due to maybe another risk. We're actually going to go ahead, before I go off the air, I'm going to quickly show you the risk for today. So this is the Storm Prediction Center risk. We have a 5% tornado risk, which is across mainly across Kansas. Then we have a 15% wind threat that marks the area of the slight risk. Then the same thing with the hail risk, but we have this weird little black thing. What is that? That is something called a hatched risk, or a hatched area of a risk. Or a significant severe. This means that there is a higher potential for hail, maybe, or tornadoes, or something like that. We don't really have those on the categorical risk, but mainly on the tornado risk, wind risk, and hail risk, we'll see those. So the significant severe hatched risk, it includes Garden City, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, but liberal Kansas. But yes, that is what the risk is going to look like. We're going to look into tomorrow's outlook for right now. Marginal risk, which is a very low risk, but that does not mean risk potential is severe threat potential is zero just because there's a marginal. Usually we can get like some tornadoes that are pretty bad sometimes in a few marginals, but that's pretty rare. Not really anything in tornado risk, just 2% tornado risk, 5% tornado risk, 5% wind risk, and a 5% hail risk. Then looking into 2 days in the future, on the categorical outlook, it's just another marginal. But here's something that caught my attention. On the day 6 and the 7 outlooks, we are seeing a threat potential of, we're not sure yet since this is pretty far out, we are watching a potential threat of severe weather for 2 days. This could be a slight risk. This could be enhanced risk. This could maybe even be a moderate. We don't know. But for what we know, or from what I remember, usually 15% risk usually are just slight risk, maybe even low and enhanced risk. So maybe we might see some severe weather those 2 days. I think it's Monday, April 28th through 29th, Tuesday 29th, and day 7 is Wednesday. So making sure you are watching those 2 days. Maybe go to the Storm Prediction Center website, kind of check that out. Here's some pretty weird things. If you live in Puerto Rico or Hawaii or Alaska, they don't track those areas. They only track the lower 48 states in the United States, which is kind of strange to me. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, that's besides the point why we're here. I'm not going to really talk about that now. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. This is Inspiring Meteorologist Dana Harper here at OMWF in LaRue, Kentucky. Thank y'all for watching this live stream. Make sure you go to weather.gov or to our website for more information. Thank y'all for watching and have a wonderful day and stay safe.